Finding a headphone jack on a phone now is rare. Chances are your phone doesn't have one, leaving you to go the wireless route to keep the music playing. Luckily, if your need coincides with a tight budget, you still have options. The Anker Soundcore Live Q20 is your best starting point to get a set of great, all-around Bluetooth headphones. Here are some of our top choices for the best Bluetooth headphones under $50. Number 1. Anker Soundcore Live Q20. Anker has become quite the value brand of late, and one of the headphone pairs that set the tone are the Soundcore Live Q20. These affordable cans have ANC built in, and while not as good as their successors, the Soundcore Live Q30, they are solid value at this price. A lot of that has to do with the excellent battery life, which goes up to 40 hours per charge with ANC on and 60 hours off. Fast charging them for 5 minutes will get you up to 4 hours of playback, so in the rare time you run out of juice, you can get back to listening in short order. The build quality isn't as good as the newer Q30, but the fit is snug and the lightweight body shouldn't feel cumbersome to wear. With the Q20, what you hear is what you get. Unlike other Anker headphones, the Q20 don't work with the company's excellent app for sound customization. Still, if you're looking for good bass and a nice balance with the mids and highs, these headphones will be perfectly fine for what they cost. The ANC isn't the best you'll find, but again, it works as well as you might expect for a budget pair of cans. Number 2. Back Bay Audio Tempo 30. Boston-based Back Bay Audio did right by the Tempo 30 in making these earbuds sound really good for the price. There are even a couple of customization options. You can toggle on the bass mode to give them an extra rumble or try their game mode, which cuts down audio lag while playing games or watching movies. It also wisely throws in 6 different ear tips in the box to ensure you find a fit that suits your ears, big or small. Bear in mind these earbuds are all about audio, first and foremost, meaning they don't have ANC or an ambient mode to deal with background noise. However, if you find the right fit, you'll get some decent passive noise isolation. So at least there's that. I mentioned switching modes, and you do that through the touch controls, which are fairly responsive and reliable. You will need that if you plan to be active with these and need to play / pause or skip tracks. Back Bay made these earbuds with X7 water resistance, which is great if you want to go for a run or work out in the gym. Just don't take them for a swim. At up to 8 hours per charge, the Tempo 30 hold up well for their cost. Doesn't hurt they add another 3 charges in the case, and that you can charge them via USB-C. Keep the cable handy because there's neither wireless nor fast charging. Number 3. TOZO NC2 Hybrid Active Noise Cancelling Wireless Earbuds. TOZO is one of the greats for budget headphones, so the NC2 are right at home by default. What makes them stand out, though, is the active noise cancellation. It's reliable in a very bang-for-your-buck kind of way, meaning it will match the performance of more premium earbuds capable of canceling outside noise, but the effect is certainly still there. It strangely does a little better with varying frequencies while inconsistent with low-frequency droning sounds, like an engine or fan. Their signature sound veers toward bass, and it's immediately obvious that the highs and mids take a backseat to maintain that skew. That's great if you like listening to genres that need help on the low end, though it's unfortunate you don't have a way to tweak the sound using an equalizer on a supporting app. Battery life is pretty respectable at up to 8 hours per charge, with the case giving you an extra 3 charges. This is with ANC on, where you essentially have no option to turn it off. Fully charge the case in less than 2 hours via USB-C, or lay it down on a Qi-enabled wireless charging pad to cut out all wires entirely. Number 4. Sony WH-CH510. On-ear headphones are a compromise in that they don't fully block outside noise nor pinch the ears like over-ears might. The Sony WH-CH510 have the comfort part down, given that you can probably wear these for hours and not complain about it. The price is on par with the build quality, which is a mix of metal and plastic that doesn't feel premium. You will get good sound from the WH-CH510, courtesy of slightly boosted bass that reveals itself most in quieter confines. The highs and mids are more pronounced, which is hardly surprising because of passive noise isolation. These headphones are all about sound. Given the dearth of other features, you don't get ANC or ambient mode, or any support from Sony's headphones app. You just put these on and listen. The Bluetooth connection is solid, except it's also your only option. There is no wired playback here. Battery life is amazing at up to 35 hours per charge, and in the rare instance you run out, get 90 minutes of playback with just a 10-minute quick charge. Plus, it has a USB-C port, so no more micro USB. Number 5. Anker Soundcore Life P2. The Anker Soundcore Life P2 are all about ensuring you can stay active. You get an IP7 rating for a decent level of durability, meaning you can work hard while working out, run in the rain, or even accidentally drop them in water. Anker considers them waterproof, but you should wipe them down after every activity to keep them dry after you're done. With Bluetooth 5.0 included, you can count on a stable connection to your phone. It helps that they're comfortable and secure in your ears, too. Of course, every pair of ears is different, but Anker tried to design them to stay as still as possible during intense activity. Unfortunately, Anker would have been better served to go with a design utilizing ear hooks rather than an AirPods clone. They do sound good for what you're paying, especially with an emphasis on bigger sound. There's some thump and rumble here, with a balanced mid-range and uneven treble, but it's highly dependent on the kind of seal you get when they are in your ears, and you'll have to rely on that because they're not compatible with Anker's solid Soundcore app, which would have offered an equalizer for a more personalized sound. Battery life is decent at up to 7 hours per charge at 60% volume. That guarantees a few workouts before having to charge them up again, though the case gives you almost 5 more charges before it runs out of juice. And you get fast charging via USB-C, where plugging them in for 10 minutes gives up to 1 hour of playback in a pinch. Number 6. KVidio Wireless Bluetooth Headphones. Long battery life can obviously be a convenient feature, and the KVidio Wireless Bluetooth Headphones let you go with up to 55 hours on a single charge. That should keep you listening to music and other content for days. You don't get fast charging support, but the USB-C port should have you back up and listening after an hour or two. You can also listen in wired mode using the included 3.5mm cable. They also have a high degree of comfort, where the headband and ear cup shouldn't pose a problem over long periods of use. They do stick out a little because of how the cups stick out, but that should be fine if you have big ears. When you want to put them away, the cups fold up nicely. You can expect above average sound, with deep and punchy bass, balanced mid-range, and boosted treble, all combining for a decent soundstage. You won't have any ANC to rely on, including for phone calls, but at least passive isolation does a pretty good job on its own. They are lively, so if you want something that plays a little louder and crisp right out of the box, these are worth a listen. Number 7. Creative Outlier Air V3. Comfort with the Outlier Air V3 encompasses more than just how they fit, though you should feel pretty snug when wearing them over longer periods anyway. Neither huge nor diminutive, these earbuds take a middle ground on a lot of things, and the combination works well. They're not as rugged as other options, but that's perfectly fine if you're mostly going the leisure route wearing them. We found in our testing that sound quality is excellent for what you pay, delivering a nice mix that doesn't necessarily favor one genre over another. If you're listening to hip-hop in one sitting and then rock in another, you will find something that works for you. Part of the reason is Creative's app and equalizer, including a multitude of presets to tailor the audio the way you want. Noise cancellation is more akin to reduction, which means that it's not your full-fledged ANC but rather a reduced mode that does its best to muffle low-frequency sounds.